Hello everybody, welcome back to the Robot Run game dev series, or devlog. Same thing! Same thing. So, in this episode, in case you haven't seen from the title, whatever I name it, I haven't decided yet, I'm just... Oops, bumped the mic. I am just expanding the, game, mostly. In the first half, I'm doing all the tile mapping, which is really fun. Like, if you make a 2D platformer, or anyone watching this makes a 2D platformer, I suggest having tile maps be the way that you construct everything, because not only is it significantly faster, also it's fun, at least for me, especially terrain work. This is just something I've generally noticed with me in general. Like, I'll spend hours in, like, Minecraft or Terraria, hell, Fortnite Creative even, just building a terrain structure and adding on to it. So, am I weird for that? I don't know, probably. And again, there's other things I'm weird for that overshadow it. I mean, I collect Transformers after all. Like the stereotypical nerd. Anyways, back to lore time. So, this game, is, as I've stated before, not canon at all to the main story. When I do eventually get the first and eventually second game out, it's just a test. That orange pillar right there, by the way, is for me marking out where the player is going to spawn, because the beginning cutscene of the game, what I've got planned out so far, is basically just the player character, Godot, walking on a bridge, peacefully, just going for a casual stroll, and then the bridge just completely collapses under him, and then it cuts to the player falling down all of that. So... not the best, I'd say. Not a good evening. Also, I was listening to music, which will probably be playing in the background, the music I was listening to. It is surprisingly different compared to the music I put in the background of the videos. I usually try to have more calm music in the background of the videos, but this time I'll be different. There's also that one time I put Requiem from the Ultra Kill soundtrack in the background. I did that like twice. Why did I do that? It does not mesh well with any of the other tracks I usually use. Anyways, so right now I'm just adding hitboxes to everything, the usual. And I found out something. It is incredibly laggy. Now. It runs, don't get me wrong, but it's still really laggy because it has to render all of those individual hitboxes. So I'm probably going to do the thing where the tile map has the hitboxes built into it instead of the, instead of having to individually place every hitbox. When I do that, I'll also probably update the textures. The stone texture doesn't quite mesh well, if you haven't noticed already. And the grass texture, I don't really want to change it too much. Probably just add a black outline to it, like everything else in the game, or not everything else in the game, like Roboto. But yeah, the stone texture is definitely going to need to change. I might try to remake that cloud texture. You'll also notice that I completely got rid of the cloud texture from last time. The cloud texture sucks. I hate it. It's not good. So now I'm just putting hitboxes over this island here. The usual. Also, y'all are pretty lucky that I'm putting a death barrier under all of this, because while you're like, oh no, I'll die, but you'll respawn at the checkpoint instead of having to redo everything. So this is just me playtesting, and then I got stuck on that goddamn ledge. I had the same goddamn problem. Yeah. There isn't really much more footage left, so I don't want to get interrupted.